Good evening, Trucker Todd here. Time for another video. Today we're going to talk about the differences I noticed between the 2018 Freightliner I had through Penske truck leasing and the 2015 International ProStar I had with Roadrunner. As you know, that truck broke down in the shop. A lot of you have been asking what the outcome of that has been, what's going on with me now, and this video is not going to be about that, but it's probably going to be in the next video. So in the next day or two, I will answer those questions, let you know how Roadrunner treated me in the process, what the outcome was, and I'll even throw in as a bonus, I'll tell you why I think Roadrunner did what they did, and I'll tell you why I made the decisions I made. So make sure that you've liked and subscribed to this video. Click that bell notification. It's free to do. And then when I put that video out, you'll receive a notification. You'll be one of the first ones to see it. Also, if you know anyone that either wants to go to work for Roadrunner and wants more information, or somebody that is interested in possibly leasing a truck from Penske, good grief, Penske, leave a comment below or email me. My email will be in the description, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. With regards to Roadrunner, if you're wanting to know more about coming to work here, message me, and I can get you paired up with a recruiter, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Now, let's jump right in to the topic of the day. As far as, let's talk about how the trucks are spec'd, because really we're going to be comparing apples and oranges here. The Penske truck was a mid-roof. It had the DD15 Detroit engine, 505 horsepower, and it had the 12-speed automatic. The International is a 2015. It had the Cummins engine, and it was rated at 400 horsepower. I believe it was the ISX 15, but it was the 400 horsepower variant. It had a 10-speed manual transmission. Let's talk about the International first. The International was a great pulling engine, even being a 400 horsepower. Now, let me say this. With all these new trucks, the way they're programming them for fuel economy and everything, none of them pull as good as what I had when I started in 1996, which was a Detroit 60 series 12.7. I believe it was 460 or 475 horsepower. It was a real stout truck. So none of them, when I say pulled well, are going to top that. With the 10-speed, I was able to control the power a lot more in the International. And fuel economy-wise, I got a little over 6.5 miles a gallon. The sleeper on that truck was much, much larger than what it was on the Penske truck. Both height and storage capacity and everything. So I really liked the International. Obviously, like I said, the engine became dusted. Somehow it got dirt in the engine, and it's in the shop, needing $40,000 worth of repairs. Now let's move on to the Freightliner truck. I had big expectations for this truck, and I was really disappointed in a lot of ways, not by Roadrunner and not necessarily by Penske, but more by just the truck itself. It was a mid-roof. It didn't have a lot of storage in it as far as cabinets and such. It did have the 12-speed automatic, but it didn't feel like it had 505 horsepower. Now, I don't know if Penske cuts the horsepower back or it was a used truck prior to Penske getting it, so I don't know if the people they bought it from had it cut back. But it was a dog if it found any kind of hill. And I really expected that extra 105 horsepower to outpull the 400 horsepower that the International was providing. Also, fuel economy. The Freightliner averaged about 5.3 during the 10 or 12 days I had it. Now, we have to keep in mind I am comparing apples and oranges here. I'm sure they had different gear ratios. They definitely had different transmissions. And so I'm not necessarily saying one's better than the other. I'm saying my preference of the two is the Roadrunner International seems superior in my opinion. In different applications, I'm sure that the Freightliner that Penske offered might be a better choice. But I'm just talking about in my specific situation. Another thing, Freightliners have always had a bad reputation of the plastic inside rattling. I don't know if it's a cheaper interior or what, but the Freightliner rattled a lot, had a lot of things like that. And I understand the new Freightliners are a little better, but from a quality standpoint, it just didn't seem to have the quality that the International did. Now, I know I'm probably going to get some hate messages because there's a large group of the population that doesn't like Internationals for whatever reason. And that's fine. I guess it comes down to personal preference. I've also driven the new International LT, and it's an improvement over just the International ProStar. So, anyway, that's my take on those two trucks. I want to thank everybody for watching. This one's kind of short. I've had a busy day, but in the very next video, unless something strange happens in trucking that we need to talk about first, I'm gonna bring a conclusion to that other story and tell you how it all came out. Ooh. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.